What is zeronivity? Time. Pronunciation correct ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yeah, zeronity. Yeah.
Sorry?
Zeronity, yeah, zeronity.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, light, action!
Okay, what is the theory of zeronity? So it's like humans as we as
Cut. ತಲೆ ಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿದೆ.
ಇರಲಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
No.
ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. No, I want it like this.
Okay. Action.
So what is theory of zeronity? So as humans, we have always longed for the unification. We somehow knew the existence has to be one. So religions have did their job. Science has did its job. Then there is a spiritual way of looking at the existence as well, which is beyond religion and beyond science. I personally always felt that science will be a limitation to know the ultimate truth of the existence, because science is limited to the objective alone. Its instrument are objectives. Even just the realms of consciousness is finding very difficult to understand with its instruments. They are still trying to find consciousness in the brain. No, it doesn't work like that. Brain is only the physical organ. Okay. Consciousness is beyond the brain, beyond the physical. So spirituality has its own understandings. In the ancient India, it's popularly called as Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma means eternal truth, the truth that which does not change with time. 500 billion years ago also was the same truth. Today also same truth. In many aspects, what Buddha, Shiva, Krishna, Christ all taught, and Muhammad, everybody, they had certain Sanatana Dharma as well. Some truths which are eternal. They are still the same. They are still going to be the same 10,000 years ago or 10,000 years in the future as well. But the other laws which were utilitarian, these things keep changing. The laws of morality, what is morality? Largely things keep on changing. Even our scientific understanding as well. How primitive was our understanding? In fact, Aristotle ruled for almost 2000 years. His ideology ruled. Whatever he said, nobody tested, nobody questioned. But in how many aspects Aristotle was wrong? But still it is taught, Aristotle is taught. He was one of the more prominent philosophers. But in many aspects he was wrong. Many aspects he was wrong. When Galileo came, he proved Aristotle was wrong in many ways. When Newton came, he also. Everybody. But the problem was even church was tied up with Aristotle. It's like, yeah, his things, because they are so strong. Nobody is going to question them. Church has adopted the Aristotelian model. The earth is the center of the universe. Not that it is written in the Bible as such. But when Aristotle said it, they were one with it. Everything, the business was going on fine. Until Galileo came, Copernicus came. They flipped the whole game. So what is theory of zeronity? It is again the unification. But I personally think the science still needs a theory of everything which will unify the quantum gravity and the atomical and the astronomical, the theory of relativity. This is within our universe. This is our local problem, our universe problem. This is the unified theory of the existence, not as the theory of everything as such. But I always feel that how can the theory of everything be limited to our universe alone? You always do that, right? Every time Miss Universe, humans only will win, not the aliens. So they exclude many things, dark energy is there, dark matter is there, black holes are there, all are not covered in our theory of everything, which we are aspiring for, just to unify the 4 fundamental forces. Is that the theory of everything? Doesn't it actually explain life, evolution, nothing else? How can we just unify the 4 fundamental forces and call it as the theory of everything? That is very utilitarian concern. It has to be much more than that. So this theory is about that. There are many things. Certain understandings, even my understanding will keep on evolving as I read the book. That has happened. So certain things where I say they both are same, then later say no, they are different maybe because of a difference. See, it's like we can have a million hypotheses. This happened, but there's only one truth. I'm after that. How exactly? See, we should give an equation or have an explanation. The existence has to abide by mystery. Yes, that's how I work. Truth is not something that's going to be in my favor or your favor. The truth is of the existence. It is the way it is. So there's only one truth. How is that happening? Why it happened? Okay. Why it happened is different for different people. But how it happened is there's only one possibility. Right? So I'm behind that one possibility. So science will of course fall short of, because logic has limitations. Not that one transcends logic, one becomes illogical, but transcending logic is not becoming illogical, it's going beyond logic. Logic is a certain segment of certain aspects of the existence, not the whole thing. The existence is not standing on the logic. Yes. So, yeah, it's a complicated book. It's not for the dummies. You have to be a certain knowledgeable about certain things. Because I cannot keep explaining, what is black hole. You should know what is a black hole. You should know what is gravity. You should know what is what. You should know what is Planck length, because I am not going to explain every term. This is not a beginner's book as such. So yeah, that's theory of ZerO.